Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well. Today we've got another crazy topic about a footballer doing something mad. Right, it seems to be the norm now in 2022. What a start to the year we've had. Footballers doing the madness left, right and centre. When is it going to end, Robbie? You know? And look, this is no laughing matter. Let's have it right. But, you know, I'd like to bring some light to it. And, you know, in the way that I deliver my content, I like to do it with a smile sometimes. So, yeah, this is a sensitive topic though, and this is something that's no laughing matter. With footballers recently, like Mason Greenwood, I decided to stay away from that. I briefly mentioned it to all of you, and I pointed you in the direction of Thogden and Thogdad's video that they'd done together on Thogden's channel. Theo and his dad went into detail as to what was going on with Mason Greenwood, the case, you know, his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or whatever they are now. It's safe to say that she's his ex now. But, you know, what was going on there. And yeah, now that is pending investigation. So I thought, you know what, I'm not really going to dive into it. I'm going to point you into a video that I think speaks complete sense. But for this, literally a matter of days later, we get Kurt Zouma. As a Chelsea fan, I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed, man. I'm very disappointed because Kurt Zouma, who played for us, now plays at West Ham, was a lad that I looked at and thought, you know what? He's sound, he's got a smile on his face, he's a bubbly character, he's a presence in the dressing room, he's a solid defender. You know, what more do you want? Fantastic. You know, I had no complaints about Kurt Zouma, and when I saw this news initially happen a couple of days ago, I was baffled, well and truly baffled. Not in a million years would I have ever thought Kurt Zouma would be the guy to kick a cat across the kitchen. I mean, I have no words to describe my initial reaction to Kurt Zouma. Flabbergasted, if I'm having to pluck out a word out of somewhere. I just did not believe it. I thought, no way, no, Kurt, no, couldn't be. Then I saw the video. And then I saw a second video. And then I saw a third video. And I'm thinking, I can't believe this is happening. What is wrong with footballers now, man? You're getting people like Kurt Zouma, who we initially thought were one of the good guys, right? Doing this. Now, for those that are somehow living in a cave and don't know what's going on, let me give you some context to the situation. So Kurt Zouma was, I believe, in his house with his brother, Johan Zouma. So, you know, he plays football as well, played for Bolton, as Theo rightly mentioned in his video. But he was filmed, so his brother's filming. All of a sudden, there's one of his cats, a Bengal cat, in his kitchen, and Kurt Zouma, and we know what Kurt Zouma is. We know how much of a tank he is, how hard he can kick. We know this. He's a flipping top-end footballer, has played at the highest level, Champions League winner. You know, let's have it right. He can kick pretty hard. Yeah? He literally goes full pelt at this poor cat in his kitchen, sends the cat across the kitchen floor, to the point where I think he smashes into the cupboard and then tries to run off. Second clip is of him, I believe, like relaxing, and he tries to pelt something at his cat. The cat tries to run off, and then all of a sudden he picks up another object and tries to run after him. And the third one is where there's a kid in the video. Now, is that Kurt Zouma's kid or his brother's kid? I don't know, but there's a kid in the kitchen, and the cat is on the table. And Kurt finds it funny to just slap the cat around the head with the kid right there next to the cat and his brother filming. I think there was a female in the room as well. But yeah, three instances. Then Kurt Zouma releases an apology saying that it was one isolated incident and he apologizes for those that found it offensive. Those are the sort of apologies I hate. I hate where someone comes out and goes, I'm sorry if you found that offensive. Because you're not sorry for what you done then. You don't find any remorse in the act that you done. Forget how people are reacting. You're sorry for doing what you did. That's what I want to hear. When I hear people do something and then they go, I'm sorry if, you found that completely out of order. Well, you ain't sorry then. And that's where I looked at Kurt Zouma's apology and I'm like, well, here we go. Another PR. What is up with these footballers and PR stunts? What is it? I mean, flipping hell, but just be honest. For once, just be honest, And I see Kurt Zouma Now we have some news. Obviously, there was a bit of backlash from that. The Metropolitan Police said that they weren't going to investigate. That created a little bit of a public backlash anyway, in the sense that he needs to be punished. Something needs to happen to the cats. Flipping out. Someone needs to prosecute this guy, or he needs to be punished. West Ham, get involved, do something. All of a sudden, the next day, he got picked by David Moyes to start in their Premier League fixture. And then obviously, David Moyes come out saying that he done what was best for the team because he has to pick the strongest team, and Kurt Zouma is one of the strongest players. So, craziness. Now, since that point, we've had news, and I'm going to share it with you now. So check this out. The RSPCA have gotten involved. The RSPCA have removed Kurt Zouma's 2 pet cats after the videos of him kicking one of them appeared. And the article goes on to explain exactly what went down. So the RSPCA did confiscate the pets. And what had happened is Zouma, I think, took his cats to the vet. Now, I don't know if this was public consultation. I don't know if this was someone in his team, some management or whatever, telling Kurt Zouma, take your cats to the vets. That way they know they're okay. That way you can prove, hey, here's the cats, they are fine. Because Kurt Zouma said that, the cats are in a loving family and we don't do anything crazy, and that was an isolated incident. Yet there's 3 videos of him doing a madness on these cats. So, I think it's safe to say we can't really believe the apology. Let's just put it that way. No, he's taken his cats over, and the RSPCA have looked at the cats. They've checked that they're okay, and then they've confiscated the cats. They've gone, we are taking these cats away from you. We are now putting them into our care. So they've done that. On top of that, Kurt Zouma has been fined 2 weeks' wages by West Ham, and West Ham will be taking those 2 weeks, 2 week wages and giving them to, I believe it's a cat charity or some sort of animal charity anyway. I believe to do with cats. That would be logical. And on top of that, we've had Adidas drop Kurt Zouma as a official Adidas athlete. We've had Vitality drop West Ham Football Club as a sponsor. So that is huge. And they're going to be in constant communication with West Ham to see if they can lift that suspension and resume the sponsorship at any time soon. So we'll see what happens. On top of that, Essex Police are pending an investigation looking into this and to see what route of action they're going to take in relation to Kurt Zouma. So he's not off the hook just yet. Here's my take on it, my personal opinion now of all the information we've received and what has happened. I have 2 cats. I had 3. One passed away. I was devastated. We were devastated. We were heartbroken. For about 3 days, we were in tears. Yeah, it was like losing a member of the family. It was losing a member of the family. And funnily enough, well, not funnily enough, it's not funny, but the cat that passed was the youngest out of the 3 that we had. So that hurt even more because the other 2 have somehow outlived that one cat. And we're thinking, you were meant to be the last one. That was horrible. The 2 cats that we have here, I look at that. When I saw this Kurt Zouma story, I looked at them and I was thinking, I can't imagine kicking you across my kitchen floor, man. I can't. I can't bring it to myself to even do that as a joke, as some sort of laugh. You can play with a cat. You can stroke a cat. You can, get them to move really quickly and get toys and this, that, and the other. You can get them to chase something. You can even run after them a little bit to get them running a little bit and then get them to come back to you. And it's all fun and games, and they know that. Cats aren't stupid. Yeah, they sense these things and they know what's genuine, what they have to be scared of, what they're comfortable with, and who they're comfortable around. They suss these things and they know exactly how to react. So I look at my cats and I think, how has Kurt Zouma done that? And he thinks it's funny. Now, if he were to actually come out with a decent apology, a proper apology, and show remorse, show that regret, and genuinely mean it, then, okay, I think we can all begin to move past something. Cool. But that punishment still needs to be intact. Now, in the manner of the way that West Ham have, given him a punishment of deducted 2 weeks' wages, that doesn't really affect him. Let's have it right. That doesn't affect him at all. What's 2 weeks' wages to Kurt Zouma? I saw a video by Hugh Wizzy earlier on this, and it prompted me to really give my view as well. So I want to give credit to Hugh Wizzy. I'll leave a link to his video right here. If you want to catch it, make sure you do. It details everything absolutely bang on, spot on. I agree with every single word that Hugh came out with in relation to this issue. So, I look at this and I think, you know what? 2 weeks' wages, that's not enough. That's not enough. 2 weeks' wages for the average working man or woman in this country, yes, that's a punishment. For Kurt Zouma, who is already absolutely minted, that means nothing. That means nothing. You want to hurt him properly? 2 months' wages. Now that is giving him a little sting. It's a little sting. For him, he'll be fine. He has millions in the bank. Trust me, especially after him winning the Champions League, we would know. He's fine, right? So he can definitely survive. But you take away 2 months' wages now. Now that is something that he looks at and go, I don't want that happening again. Because then you're going into the millions at that point. So that is more of a punishment that I can see fit for something like this. Now, on top of that, he's meant to be an ambassador of a charity, an ambassador of an organization that looks after lions. Big cats, to be precise, big cats. What on earth was he thinking? And this is the thing. When you see someone abuse cats in this manner, it's abuse. When you see people abuse animals in this manner, pets in this manner, that does mean you've got some sort of screw loose. It does. Because as I've said, I've got 2 cats. I can't even bring myself to even think of doing something malicious to them. I can't. It's impossible. I just can't. It doesn't sit well with me. I begin to feel a little weird. I'm like, no, yo, stop thinking that thought. Get it out. It's not normal. You got a screw loose. So there has to be some sort of further checkup on Kurt Zouma, some further rehab, get him to understand just how deep those actions are. If he's not quite aware, there needs to be some sort of rehabilitation on Kurt Zouma for him to truly, truly understand the gravity of what he's done. So I hope that's going to happen, and then we can all begin to look past this. But I want to end the video on one thing. Footballers, man. These footballers need to stop. These footballers need to... everything we're hearing recently. I mean, bloody hell, we've had it with all sorts of footballers. Now, then there was Benjamin Mendy. Then there was the Mason Greenwood thing, and obviously that's innocent till proven guilty, even though, the context of it isn't looking good for Mason Greenwood. Let's have it right. And now this Kurt Zouma. I mean, bloody hell, man. These footballers need to sharpen up. They really need to fix up. It's getting a joke. And the last thing that I want to let you guys know about is, just like I've heard many say the same thing, don't idolize these footballers, man. Don't. If you want to play football, that's you. Do what you got to do. Put in the work. You want to become a footballer, cool. But don't idolize these footballers, because the truth of the matter is that many of these footballers that make it are making it at such a young age. They're given professional contracts at such a young age. They're put into a situation where they haven't even been taught the basics of how to manage basic amounts of money, right? They get thrown into big contracts at a young age. Then they're away from their parents. It's their responsibility. They haven't been taught. And then they find themselves with millions of pounds. You stop him. You're not going to, bro. He's going to do something crazy. Or chances are you're going to find a portion of these footballers doing something crazy, which is exactly what we're having now. Added on top, the influence of things like social media and going to all sorts of places and living a lavish lifestyle and this, that. It's a recipe for chaos. It's a recipe for absolute chaos. The basic values of responsibility and knowing what to do with your money, knowing what to do with yourself, knowing what to do with your responsibilities, prioritizing your life, your loved ones, this, that, and the other, is something that needs to be drilled into these footballers before they're given professional contracts. It has to, because you're getting ballers now at 16, 17 years old, professional contracts, 60, 70 grand a week, boom. You try and stop them from doing something as crazy as that. Of course, they're going to end up with screws loose. It's mad. So look, I want to just end it with just saying to all of you, don't idolize these ballers. They are human beings, just like us. But many of them have been given too much too soon. Too much too early. And you end up paying the consequences for that, because some of them don't know any better and they think their actions are normal. And it's not. It's simply not. So, yeah. we'll see what goes on looking forward in terms of Kurt Zouma and West Ham and their sponsorships and further action. The Cats, as I've said, have already been taken away. So thank God for that. And yeah, you know, I hope they get looked after very, very well. But again, I point you in the direction. Check out Hugh Wizzy's video. I'll even leave a link for Theo's video. Make sure you check out his video on this as well, because I think both of them absolutely nailed it. If you want further context, check those two out. You won't regret it. But there we are. That's my view on it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your opinions below. Let me know. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. And yeah, let's hope these footballers start to, you know, get some sort of flipping clarity in their heads and they start to know what they're doing. Let's hope. Anyway, I'll see all of you tomorrow for the preview to the Club World Cup final. Palmeiras versus Chelsea Football Club. I'll see all of you then. Have a good one, people. See you tomorrow. Take care and peace.